Record. We're recording, I think. Yep, okay. Damn it. It's okay, it's okay. Thanks, fam. All right, so 6 weeks of the work. I am freaking hyped for this, and I know all of us are like in the middle of morning meltdown. If you've been watching my stories, I have actually been doubling up just because I really want to go all in with 6 weeks of work because it's really aligned with my goals, and it's not going to be aligned with everybody's goals. This program is not for everybody, and that's why there is going to be a fit test available tomorrow, which I'm really excited for. It'll be in the coach office where you can find it. So really do your research. Make sure you are watching the trailer. You're reading up on the FAQ. I'm not going to go over all of the dates for everything because you guys can do this on your own. And all of the challenge packs breakdowns are available now in the coach office. It's under the news, and it's under like the, what is the word? I can't think of the word right now. Under the like grow your business tab. So make sure you are checking out all of those FAQs. And so there's going to be a fit test live tomorrow, and then on the 23rd they're releasing a free sample workout, which I'm guessing we can send to all of our people, anybody, to try out the workout like we've done with the past couple of programs. And then they are sending us new promo codes to send to our current people and new people to get $20 off. And if they get a completion pack, so let's say anybody that already ordered a challenge pack earlier this month, they get if they get another completion pack, they'll get $10 off that, which is really cool. And then VIP early access opens on the 30th. So it's a little confusing, but I believe what it means is that VIP early access is anybody that's a coach, signed up as a coach, will get access to the program. So we'll have to kind of roll with it. There haven't been super specific with this program, which I don't really know why, but I'm hyped for it, and I'm just working with what I got, and I'm going to be talking about it a lot on my stories. And like I said, my invites are going to be really heavy these next couple of weeks to this specific program because that's what I know a lot of my people who I talk to are looking to put on muscle and really be challenged because a lot of my girls are athletes. Let's say that you are in the middle of morning meltdown, you're freaking loving it, and your clientele, people who you work with, your ideal client is all about that. They want something simple. They want something to get them started on their journey. Please keep talking about morning meltdown. You guys have to understand that this is your business and you have to promote things how you want to in your business. So what I do is going to be different from what Livy does. Just look more into it, do your research, and understand that the information is finally out there for you to do that. Just a quick week at a glance. Obviously, tomorrow is National Wake Up Call. Tuesday, on our Team Elevate team call. Actually, I might be able to, one other announcement. On Tuesday, I'm speaking on Tori Hendry's call for her girls, and she is our guest speaker that we had last week, so I might be able to invite you guys. It's an hour before, so it's at 8 p.m. Eastern time. I'll let you guys know about that, but our Team Elevate team call is still at 9. It's with Ashley and just all about the basics. Wednesday night, there is an Emerald University, so make sure you send the link to your girls. And then I guess Pat is doing a Diamond Leadership, so I'm really excited about that. And then obviously Pay and Rank Day, Saturday virtual workout, and then our team call again next week. And I believe next week, is it Paige? Next week? It's next week the 22nd? Yeah, I think it's Paige next week. Paige and Aaron? Paige, I can't remember. But big freaking news, guys! We hit premiere! We hit premiere! I'm so freaking excited. So the elite reports come out every second Friday of the month, and Team Excelsior officially hit premiere. So I wanted to do a little breakdown and celebrate with you guys because we've been talking about our road to elite ever since the very beginning of the year, and so this is like freaking huge. I might get emotional just talking about it. I wanted to celebrate with you guys because this is like such a team thing, and it is all of us working together, and it's just like, oh, we are so freaking close, guys, to hitting that next goal. And so I wanted to break down a little bit of what this means and what it means for you and your role in this as the team, as Team Excelsior. So we have to have 105 points to hit elite this year. We also have to be 5-star diamond. So all of my girls, all of my personally sponsored girls, you know what's coming. We gotta push. We gotta freaking go, because we have to hold 5-star for 6 weeks. So that means another 3 of you we gotta work to diamond in the next 2 months so that we can hold it for 6 weeks. And I know a lot of you are pushing towards that anyway, but I wanted to share this with you because this is just that extra push. Like, we're gonna hit the points, we're gonna hit points wise, but we just have to get those diamonds going. So I wanted to share with you our little breakdown, and I know if you're a newer coach, this might not make any sense to you, and that's totally okay. But I did want to break down where we kind of have to work on our points in order to hit elite. So APV means acquisition, what is it?
Acquisition personal volume.
No.
Acquisition.
I'm totally blanking right now. I'm so excited. Okay, anyways, APV, we have 49 out of 50 points. That is up to me. So that is what all of the work that I do, helping my girls get started, any new coaches or clients that I get started. So that work is on me. I only need 1 more point in that area. But the next 2 areas is on my girls, you guys. And this is all about us hitting Success Club every month, having success in our first month as a coach. And this is going to be me working with you guys too, because when you guys hit Success Club, we get 1 point as a team. When you hit Success Club and I hit Success Club, we get 2 points. And that's for every single one of you that is my personally sponsored coach. So in order to hit, I broke it down, and we only need 12 girls. 12. That's it. The rest of the year. So that's what? 4 girls, 3 girls every month, every single month for the rest of the year. We have to have at least 3 girls along with me hitting Success Club every month, and we will freaking hit elite, which is insane, guys. We are so fucking close, and it just like, oh my gosh, there's a stink bug. Stink bugs are my worst fear, guys. Whew, I'm gonna breathe through it because elite is exciting. Meh.
Kill it with a hat.
Do not kill it, it will smell. Okay. All right, but I also wanted to announce and shout out my girls. Sam, Team Be a Better You, you guys are kicking freaking ass and so on your way to, honestly, you can hit elite this year too, you guys, but you are so on your way to premier, which is that next step in the road to elite. And guys, if you are not familiar with road to elite, make sure you are looking this up. Make sure you are looking in the FAQs. You are searching YouTube for all of the videos, because this is freaking awesome. You guys are so on track to hit premier this year, and that is freaking amazing, because it is literally like Sam's. She's just getting into her 2nd year as a coach, and that is huge. Your team is kicking butt. So I broke it down. I will share this with you so Sam can go over it with your team specifically. But basically, Sam just has to keep hitting Success Club 10, and you guys also need to be hitting Success Club. But look at how cool this is. You guys only need, if Sam hits over Success Club 10 the rest of the year to get her APV up, you guys only need 7 girls to hit Success Club along with Sam for the rest of the year for you guys to hit premier. That's fucking awesome. That is so freaking doable and so amazing. I'm so freaking proud of you guys. You guys are kicking butt. So I really wanted to share that with you guys. And then shout out to Livy. I know I did last week on her call. I broke this all down for you guys, but I wanted to share it here too because the elite report's updated. You guys are seriously so freaking close. It like hurts my soul a little bit. So exciting. You guys are only 31 points away from hitting premier, and so I broke that down again. Livy needs to continue hitting over Success Club 10 in order to get your guys' APV up, and then all of her personally sponsored coaches, you guys just have to keep hitting Success Club. So if she hits and you guys have 6 more girls to hit Success Club in the next, oh my gosh, so many S's, in the next 4 months, you guys will hit premier, and that is a huge freaking accomplishment. And for all of you guys who I didn't go over, or you're not on either one of those teams, make sure you are looking at the Road to Elite qualification and the Road to Elite FAQ so that you understand like what those steps are, because you become a team builder, a team leader, a premier team, and then an elite team. And those are just freaking amazing, because it means that you are not only being successful in your business, but you're helping your girls be successful in their businesses as well. So freaking amazing. I'm so proud of you guys, and you seriously are just like right there. But it's going to take so much just focus and intention with your time, and just like you showing up as your highest self and just really sharing this gift that you know that you have. So I really am so proud of you guys, and I wanted to share that. So I think that is all of our announcements, and I am now going to pass it over to Sam and Billie tonight, who offered to do our team call, and I'm so excited to have them speak. So I'm going to stop sharing, and I believe, do I have to give you permission, Sam?
We can try. I'll try to share my screen. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So we might have to like reopen the link if you guys are cool. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Not mess of a desktop. If you guys are cool with like reopening it, just because I feel like the content that I and Billie both have is going to be really important. So if you guys are willing to like stay a little longer, it'll be worth it. But I'm so excited, and that even just got me more hyped. I'm also moving, so like, don't mind me. But the content that I'm bringing to you guys tonight, honestly, was completely made up out of my head. I was texting Maddie. She said to her, like, huh? Do you want me to mute you, Maddie?
Yeah, I'm muted.
Okay. So I said to her, I said, the content I'm bringing tonight is completely made up out of my head. I was like up late at night, like struggling with some stuff, and I made this method up. But hopefully it'll bring some value to you guys. If you have questions, just drop them in the chat, blow up the chat, do your thing. Love that. So mastering your mindset and practicing what you preach. Basically what I'm going to go over are 3 stages that I really think that we fall under in our business and in our life. And how we like kind of move throughout the stages. I don't think it's really like a tier system where you start with one stage and end with the other, but it's more so like you kind of hop in between the 3. So I want to kind of talk about the stages and some things that I really think hold us back in certain stages. And then Billie's really going to go over like tangible things of stuff she knows with like life coaching and how it can be helpful to kind of master your mindset in this business. Okay, so the 3 stages that I want to go over, the first one is called the I want this stage. How many times do we sit here and say like, oh, I want to make 6 figures, or I want to be financially free, or I want to lose the weight, or I want to be a full-time coach, I want to do all these things. And that's all well and good, but that's all talk and no action. And I like to call this stage the dream in the making stage. And I feel like a lot of us fall under this. And it's kind of like, we're not all in. We're not really committed. We're kind of just toying around with the idea and like tiptoeing around the fact of being successful. I don't really think we're that committed. It's more so one of those things that we're like dreaming up, and it sounds all well and good, but we're not really putting in the action to get there. So that's the I want this stage. The next stage that we kind of fall under is the I need this stage. And this is the stage that I literally sit at all the freaking time. Whether it's financially, where I sit there and be like, I need this business to work because I need to make money, or it's the Success Club points and I sit there and say, I need to hit Success Club because I need to be on the left side of the leaderboard, or I need to do, I don't know, anything with this business. Like the I need this stage is really like a place or a mindset of scarcity, in my opinion. It's you not really being genuine about what you're doing or putting passion or purpose behind what you're doing. So when you fall in the I need this stage and you're inviting people to your boot camp or you're doing anything, it's more so like about you than about the person that you're talking to. So a lot of times we find this with the like push at the end of the month to Success Club. Say you didn't do anything all month. I've been there, kind of sitting in it again for round 2. Say you don't do anything all month and you get to the end of the month and you're like, oh shit, like I really got to push for Success Club. This I need this stage is really going to like represent itself in your invites when you're talking to people, when you're talking about the opportunity and you're saying like, hey, come join my boot camp. People are going to feel that you're not being genuine and you're losing sight of like why you're a coach in the first place. So what's important about this stage is to like really reconnect with your why and understand that it's not about you needing the Success Club points. It's not about you needing the money. It's not about you needing this business to work, but rather it's about you putting in the work and being genuine and putting purpose and passion behind the things that you're doing. So this is the I need this stage. Also, I'm dehydrated AF, so. Okay. This is the stage we all need to be at all the freaking time. The I've got this stage. This is the leading with confidence. You're showing up every single day to your workouts. You're showing up every single day for your nutrition, your business, your team, your invites, showing up on your social media. The I've got this stage, you're leading with passion and confidence and love and not fear. So you're not fearful of not hitting Success Club. You're not fearful of not hitting certain ranks in your business. You're not fearful of people saying no to you. You're doing all of the things because you know in your heart and soul that everything that you're doing, you're showing up as your dream coach. You're passionate about what you're doing. There is no alternative. Success Club is a non-negotiable. Inviting people to your boot camp is a non-negotiable. Showing up for your workouts is a non-negotiable because you've got this. And I think this stage is like, we get to this stage, preach baby, I love you. We get to this stage a lot of the times and we have like this like big high, but we can also fall back to the I want this stage. Something happens in our life. You're struggling at work. You lose a family member or a close friend of yours. You're sick. You're fighting with your spouse. Whatever it may be, stuff happens and we fall back into the, I need this stage because you lost your job and you need this to work. Or I want this stage, but I really don't have the time for it. And all these things start coming up and you are at this stage, but you fall behind because of all this crap. But I'm going to talk about later on, but some things we can do to like overcome that. But really hang tight when you're in this stage and know that you've got this and you're going to make it work. So why is this important? Okay, a little story time. I posted this picture not because I want you to look at my pretty face, but I actually sent this picture to Liv, and I hope she freaking remembers this story. Because the morning of Super Saturday, like 2 Super Saturdays ago, I sent her like a bunch of selfies of myself. I'm gonna cry. Whew. And I said to her, I was like, I'm so freaking happy right now. Like this, I'm thriving. Like I'm so happy and I love myself. I can see it in my smile, like everything about these pictures. Like I just feel confident. And I wanted to show you this picture because this is a part of my business where I was thriving. Like this is the part of my business where I was in the I've got this stage. And I'm human. We're all human. Like the leaders on this team, whether it's Liv or Maddie or myself or people that you see that are on the left side of the Success Club board, like we've been there and we've moved throughout the stages too. We're all human, but your business thrives when you do. And the things that you're doing in the I've got this stage, like I was talking about, like you're showing up for your workouts, you're focusing on your nutrition, you're doing the BAT, you're doing all the things and you're thriving. And it shows in your Success Club points. It shows in your rank. It shows in all the other things because you're not worried about it. You're just doing it. So I'm not going to go over all of these things, but it's important to recognize like these 3 stages because you need to be in tune with where you're at in your business and where you're at in life, whether you're in the I want this stage, whether you're in the I need this stage or the I've got this stage, so you know how to move forward. If you're in the I want this stage, what do you have to do to get out of it? If you're in the I need this stage, what do you have to do to get out of it? So moving down here, these are some of the things that I have pulled out in my life, in my journey, in my business that I think hold us back or keep us in the I want this stage or the I need this stage. My girls are going to hear this again. I went over this. I did a live on my Instagram page. And I also went over this in terms of like your health and fitness journey with my boot campers. But I want to talk about business wise because I think they're relatable to both. The first thing is block out the haters. Guys, we know this. We know this. There are going to be people in your life, whether it's your family or the random person on the internet, whoever, someone is always going to have something to say about what you're doing. Who cares? Who cares? You're not doing it for them. You're not showing up for this business for them. They're not paying your bills. You're doing it for yourself. So screw them. Block, bless, release, move on because this is about you. It's not about them. Last week's call, I think it was last week or maybe it was the week before. I forget her name. You mentioned her at the beginning of the call too. She talked a lot about comparison, but limiting beliefs in comparison, guys. Like you could be your worst enemy or your biggest success. Your thoughts are so powerful, and Billie's really going to talk about this next, and I'm so freaking excited. But your thoughts are so powerful, so use them wisely. If you're not hitting Success Club, it's because you're standing in the way of hitting Success Club. If you're not seeing results in your journey, it's because you're standing in the way of that. Like no matter whatever you're lacking in your business or in your life, you are solely responsible for that. Like your coach is not responsible for your success. Maddie, Liv, and I, we are not responsible for your success. You are responsible for your success. If you're not seeing success, it's because you have some type of limiting belief holding you back. So identify that and move forward with it. And Billie's going to give you some really good action steps for that. Your business, this business is not a wagon. Just like your health is not a wagon. The roadmap of your business is not going to be from point A to B. You're not going to get there in a straight line. You're not going to do it perfectly. You're going to go forward. You're going to go backward. You're going to drop rank. You're going to hit rank. You're going to do all of these things. But what's most important is you make the commitment to be there 10 years from now, 100 years from now, when they're pouring Energize on your grave. Like Maddie always says, like, you are in it. So it's not a wagon that you fall off of. You're in the driver's seat and you get to decide where you go with it. Ditch the all or nothing mentality. This goes with like anything. Like, if you don't hit diamond at a certain time frame that you put on it, if you don't make the 6 figures in a certain time frame, if you're not recruiting working coaches and you hold a coach sneak peek and no coaches come out of it, whatever it may be. The story I like to tell for this part, for the all or nothing mentality, when I first started coaching, I don't know if Maddie remembers this, my first coach sneak peek was on Facebook, and I invited my entire friends list to it. Literally everyone that was a female and my Facebook friends was in that coach sneak peek, and my videos were 25 minutes long, and Sophia was screaming her head off the entire time. So if I would have said like, hey, I didn't get any coaches from this coach sneak peek, and I didn't get Success Club or whatever from that coach sneak peek, and threw in the towel, I wouldn't be on this call right now mentoring you guys. Like, that gives me chills. I wouldn't have my team who's almost about to hit premiere. Like, if I would have just said like, oh, I wasn't perfect the first time around, I'm going to quit, I wouldn't be here. And last thing is, stop seeing the business as the problem, but the solution. All the time I see girls say like, you know, I'm really stressed out right now. I'm going to take a step back from the business. Oh, you know, like, I'm really struggling financially. I can't order my Shakeology this month to stay active. Or whatever may be going on in your life, we see like the business and our journey as an inconvenience rather than the solution to what we're going through. You're struggling financially, work the business. You feel like shit and you're tired and have low energy, drink your Shakeology and do your workouts. If you're not seeing results, what are you doing with your nutrition? So like, none of these things are really problems. You're just seeing them as problems, and you need to make the decision to see them as a solution. I'm sorry if I'm yelling. I get really fired up. Okay, that's all I got for you guys. Those are my 5 things. Those are my 3 stages. Pulled it out of my butt, but I hope you guys got some value from it. I want to introduce Billie. Look at that beauty. She is an Emerald coach. She is a certified life coach as of recently. I'm so freaking excited for her. Founder of Team Stellar, full-time OT, and I call her the badass cat mom. But she is going to give you guys some really good content. It kind of goes hand in hand with this, but it's like, okay, I'm in one of these stages, or I'm struggling with a certain thought, or whatever is holding me back, those limiting beliefs. What am I going to do about that? So I'm going to hand it over to Billie. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Oh, I'm so cold.
Okay, I unmuted myself. Can you guys hear me though? Good. Awesome. Okay, so I do not have a pretty PowerPoint, but that was so awesome, Sam. I agree with everything you just said. And yeah, like she said, I'm about to dive into some mindset tips and tricks, kind of coming from a life coach point of view. So putting on my life coach pants, and I'm coming to you guys right now. So kind of, if you're not sure what life coaching is, I'm going to give you a little like description, a little definition. So first, there's lots of life coaches, different kinds, and some will tell you what to do and how to do it and give you guidance towards reaching your goals. That is not me. I do not believe in telling people what to do. And I'll keep this quick, but also, I don't know if you guys want to do the hop back on in a little bit thing too. So, but yeah, like I said, that's not what I do. What I do is like, I see that method of telling people what to do as treating the symptoms and not the cause of the problem. And that method kind of guarantees you will always need a life coach because you need someone telling you what to do all the time. And so the method I've been trained on and what I believe is the secret to life and success, and it's something I'm still working on and I work with people on all the time, is that our thoughts create everything we have in our life. And so the model I've been trained on kind of helps you to look at that and figure out what thoughts are going to serve you in each situation. So here's my really fancy visual for y'all. I'll also put it in the chat. But basically the model is circumstances, thoughts, feelings, actions, results. It's in the chat. Okay. So I'm going to go through each one of those and what that means and how it shows up in our lives. So circumstances, those are the facts and the things that happen in life that we can't control. We can't control what other people do. We can't control our past. And we can't control, you know, obstacles that come up when life comes up. Sometimes there are things that we can't control. And all circumstances are neutral, even ones that might seem pretty negative. They're all neutral. Because the next part, thoughts, that's where we put meaning behind what happened. So thoughts are the sentences in our minds, our opinions, our beliefs. Anything that has a descriptive word in it is a thought. So, and then our thoughts, those are what create our feelings. But thoughts, those are completely optional, and we'll get more into that later. So feelings, we know what feelings are. They're sad, happy, awesome. Like, you know, there's all these different one-word descriptions for how we're feeling. And then our feelings, this is what, like, I don't know if everyone knows this, but feelings are what cause us to do anything in life. Even when we want stuff, when we want a bigger house, when we want to have the super successful team, which I think we all want, it's because we think of how we're going to feel when we get there, right? And how we feel as that person. So our feelings totally drive all of our actions. And a good example of this is if you're in your relationship, how do you act when you're feeling caring towards someone versus how do you act when you're angry? You know, our feelings really drive those actions in our lives. And then the results, that's where we are right now. And the result we have in our life, like where you are in your business right now, is a direct reflection of what you're thinking about, is what you think about your life. So the main thing to take away from this is to notice our thoughts and what our brain is doing. Because sometimes, and this was me for so long, I thought my thoughts were out of my control. They were just what I thought. They were what I believed. That's just how I think about the world, and that was out of my control, but it's not. So look at what your brain is doing with compassion and love, and you will find things you don't like, but that gives you an opportunity to make a change. So I'm going to give you a little bit of an example of a model and how it is something I'm still working on, but I've been working on this so much since I've been a coach. And it's kind of funny because, like, going along with my life coaching class, I've been using this so much. So my circumstance, I will just also tell it to you guys. I am at Success Club 0, and other people have Success Club points, right? That's a fact. Those are facts. We can prove them in court of law. We can see it on the Success Club board. But here's my thought about it. What I make it mean is I'm not as good of a coach as those people who are on the board, right? I don't know if anyone else has ever been there, but I'm like, oh man, these people are hitting Success Club. What do they have that I don't have? They must be better than me. And so from that thought, I'm feeling inadequate and I'm feeling lesser than. And so how do I show up when I'm feeling inadequate? I procrastinate. I avoid talking to and collaborating with my team. I don't invite as much. I avoid inviting. I don't check my messages of people who are interested in joining the boot camp. I don't check in with my challengers. I'm not showing up as a good coach. So that's my result, right? My thought was, I'm not as good of a coach. And then my result is I'm not showing up as a good coach, basically. Like, crazy, right? So this is where it gets kind of powerful because it's like, okay, now I know where I am. Once you understand where you are, then you can change your thoughts to move forward. So the new model, circumstance is exactly the same. Right now I'm at Success Club 0. Other people have Success Club points. But then I go backwards kind of, and I go to that result and I go, where do I want to be? How do I want to be showing up? So I want to be a successful, active, and engaged coach. Active in the team, active and engaged with my challengers, and inviting and getting more people to start their own journey. So then I think about what actions do I need to take to do that? The BAT, we're so lucky we have like literally a printed out list of actions that'll help us reach success. But also following up with my challengers, inviting, showing up on social media, and engaging with the team and recruiting to build my own team. Those are actions that I want to take in order to be that successful and engaged coach. So then I think about, okay, to do all those things, how do I need to feel? And a lot of times when we think of where we currently are and where we want to be, we can kind of do like opposites. So I was feeling inadequate before, and I was having a lot of inaction from feeling inadequate. And now I want to be taking action. I want to feel capable. I want to feel like I can show up and do all these things. And so the thought I swap out for my other thought before, they're better than me. My thought now is, I have so much to offer my challengers and my team. That's the thought I choose to think. And it's not instantaneous. Those thoughts still pop up. But when I notice it, I can be like, no, this is what I believe now. This is what I'm working towards. And what I also want to talk about thoughts and kind of like affirmations and mantras is they are so powerful, but they also have to be something that you really believe in this moment. Because sometimes I try telling myself, I'm like, okay, yeah, like if I was to tell myself, you know, I'm top team in the company, like I have a top team in the company, like right now I don't believe it because I'm not to that point yet. But what's a thought I believe? I have a lot to offer. I have a lot to offer the people I'm working with. And so that's where I'm starting. And eventually, once you gather that belief, you can move that thought up. Because I don't know about you guys, but I used to look up like mantras and affirmations on like Pinterest. And sometimes I'd be like, yes, I'm going to tell this to myself. But then I was like, why am I not feeling anything different about this? It's because I didn't have that belief. So find that thought that works for you and is believable. And when you achieve that thought, you can move on to a better one. And here's something else kind of with that, how you can notice if a thought is believable to you or not. If you're doing the actions, like if I was doing all of the things, the inviting, following the bat, whatever, and I wasn't seeing that result that I want, it's probably because my thought isn't lined up. Sometimes we can even be doing the actions, and if we're not coming from that place of, I have a lot to offer, I am a great coach, whatever, it's because that thought isn't believable to us yet. So let's look at that a little more. But I don't know what you guys want to do. We have like less than a minute left. Is it like, oh,
You want to reopen it, Maddie?
Yeah, you guys can just click the same link. It's always the same link. So
Okay.
just keep talking, and then when it cuts off, we can just re-click it.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, so the next part I wanted to get into is just kind of a little more about goals, because like we were just talking on this call, you guys are reaching goals, we're reaching goals, everyone's like working towards their own business and where they want to be. And so I'm going to give you a few different strategies to better reach your goals and get a little bit into that. So the first thing I want to say is that goals are so important, not because they are like what we want to work towards. It's because they help us become more of ourselves. It's how we grow and become that next level of ourselves that we're always destined to be. It helps us overcome those thoughts that are keeping us from who we can be. So the first goal, I'm like hesitant because I'm like, it's going to cut me off. But the first thing is to write your goal down, which we've done before. We've worked on that a lot, both like on these calls, and then also I know for Sam's team, we've been doing that too. And your good goal, like a good goal, should bring up a lot of negative emotions because it's pushing you outside your comfort zone. And your brain is designed to maintain that status quo. So you'll be getting all kinds of negative emotions because it's like, no, what are you doing? But when you're feeling those negative feelings, like